AEW Dark Elevation results April 4, 22 First match, 35-14, Leyla Hirsch vs. 0-0, Ella Envy collar and elbow tie up. Hirsch with a double leg takedown. Hirsch grapples around Envy. Hirsch toys around with Envy. Hirsch with a waist lock go behind. Hirsch applies a side headlock. Envy whips Hirsch across the ring. Hirsch drops Envy with a shoulder tackle. Envy drops down on the canvas. Envy with a hip toss. Envy with a deep arm drag. Envy is fired up. Hirsch sidesteps Envy into the turnbuckles. Hirsch with a forearm smash. Hirsch sweeps out the legs of Envy. Hirsch with the shotgun meteora. Hirsch with a delayed dropkick. Hirsch with a German suplex. Hirsch connects with the running pump knee strike to pick up the victory. Winner, 36-14, Leyla Hirsch via pinfall. Second match, 25-44, Lee Johnson and, 11-8, Brock Anderson with Arn Anderson vs. 3-3, The Factory, QT Marshall and Aaron Solow, with Nick Comoroto. Lee Johnson and Aaron Solow will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Solow backs Johnson into the turnbuckles. Johnson ducks a clothesline from Solow. Johnson unloads two knife-edge chops. Johnson is throwing haymakers at Solow. Solow kicks Johnson in the gut. Solow applies a side headlock. Johnson whips Solow across the ring. Solow drops Johnson with a shoulder tackle. Johnson drops down on the canvas. Johnson leapfrogs over Solow. Johnson with a double sledge. Johnson tags in Anderson. Following a snapmare takeover, Johnson kicks Solow in the back. Anderson with a running elbow drop for a 1 count. Anderson applies a wrist lock. Anderson tags in Johnson. Johnson grabs a side wrist lock. Solow drives his knee into the midsection of Johnson. Solow with a forearm smash. Johnson reverses out of the Irish whip from Solow. Solow holds onto the ropes. Solow dumps Johnson out of the ring. Johnson trips Solow from the outside. Comoroto clotheslines Johnson behind the referee's back. Arn grabs a steel chair. Solow tags in Marshall. Marshall with an elbow smash. Marshall tosses Johnson out of the ring. Johnson sidesteps Comoroto into the steel ring post. Marshall talks smack to Arn. Marshall goes for a belly-to-back suplex, but Johnson lands back on his feet. Johnson with a leaping neck breaker. Anderson and Solow are tagged in. Anderson clotheslines Solow. Anderson scores the elbow knockdown. Anderson with a running clothesline. Anderson with clubbing shoulder blocks. Anderson sidesteps Marshall into Solow. Anderson dumps Marshall out of the ring. Anderson sends Solow to the corner. Anderson kicks Solow in the gut. Anderson hits the doctor bomb for a 2 count. Solow reverses out of the Irish whip from Anderson. Anderson ducks a clothesline from Solow. Anderson drops Solow with the DDT for a 2 count. Johnson tees off on Marshall. Johnson sends Marshall to the corner. Marshall launches Johnson over the top rope. Marshall throws Johnson into the steel barricade. Haymaker exchange. Anderson ducks a clothesline from Solow. Anderson kicks Solow in the gut. Solow denies the brainbuster. Solow goes for the O'Connor roll, but Anderson holds onto the ropes. Marshall slams Anderson's head on the top rope. Solow delivers the windmill kick for a 2 count. Johnson super kicks Marshall. Solow goes for the pedigree, but Johnson counters with another super kick. Anderson connects with the spinebuster to pick up the victory. Winner, 26-44, Lee Johnson and, 12-8, Brock Anderson via pinfall. Third match, 18-5, Serena Deeb vs. 0-2, Dani Deeb applies a side headlock. Deeb with 3 uppercuts. Deeb with a side headlock takeover. Deeb follows that with an inverted dragon screw leg whip. Kicks Deeb in the face. Deeb blocks a boot from Deeb wraps the right leg of around the middle rope. Deeb kicks the hamstring of Mo. Deeb with another dragon screw leg whip. Deeb talks smack to Mo. Deeb catapults Mo. Throat first into the bottom rope. Deeb toys around Mo. Deeb repeatedly slaps Mo. in the face. Deeb delivers her third dragon screw leg whip of the match. Deeb repeatedly drives the left knee of Mo. into the canvas. Deeb makes Mo. tap out to the Serenity lock. Winner, 19-5, Serena. Deeb via submission. Fourth match, 68-29, Frankie Kazarian vs. 0-0, Lucky Alley collar and elbow tie up. Standing switch exchange. Kazarian with a waist lock takedown. Kazarian applies a front face lock. Ali backs Kazarian into the turnbuckles. The referee calls for a clean break. Kazarian sidesteps Ali into the turnbuckles. Kazarian unloads two knife-edge chops. Kazarian sends Ali to the corner. Kazarian with a spinning back kick. Kazarian with a knee lift. Kazarian follows that with a discus lariat. Ali calls a timeout. Ali wants Kazarian to shake his hand. Kazarian blocks a boot from Ali. Ali ducks a clothesline from Kazarian. Ali with a modified neck breaker. Ali with a diving lariat for a 1 count. Kazarian is lighting up Ali's chest. Ali with a belly to back suplex. Ali with a senton splash for a 2 count. Ali applies a rear chin lock. Kazarian is displaying his fighting spirit. Kazarian with a monkey flip. Kazarian scores the elbow knockdown. Ali reverses out of the Irish whip from Kazarian. Kazarian ducks a clothesline from Ali. Kazarian with a springboard back elbow. Ali with an arm drag escape. Kazarian launches Ali over the top rope. Kazarian hits the slingshot cutter. Kazarian makes Ali tap out to the crossface chicken wing. Winner, 69-29, Frankie Kazarian via submission. Fifth match, 47-21, Red Velvet vs. 0-0, Brittany. Jade collar and elbow tie up. Jade applies a side headlock. Velvet whips Jade across the ring. Jade drops Velvet with a shoulder tackle. Velvet splits down on the canvas. Velvet sends Jade into the ropes. Velvet with a leg lariat. Velvet slams Jade's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Velvet with rapid fire body shots in the corner. Velvet repeatedly stomps on Jade's chest. Velvet is choking Jade with her boot. Velvet with a forearm smash. Following a snapmare takeover, Velvet with a single leg dropkick. Jade shoves Velvet. Jade ducks a clothesline from Velvet. Jade with a swinging neck breaker for a 1 count. Forearm exchange. Velvet reverses out of the Irish whip from Jade. Velvet with 2 clotheslines. Velvet with a drop toe hold into the middle rope. Velvet follows that with a running meteora. Velvet connects with just desserts to pick up the victory. Winner, 48-32, Red Velvet via pinfall. Sixth match, 28-12, Best Friends with Orange. Cassidy vs. 0-1, J.D. Drake and Anthony Henry. Chuck Taylor and Anthony Henry will start things off. Henry kicks Taylor in the gut. Henry applies a side headlock. Taylor whips Henry across the ring. Henry drops Taylor with a shoulder tackle. Taylor drops down on the canvas. Taylor leapfrogs over Henry. Taylor with 2 deep arm drags. Taylor applies an arm bar. Taylor slams Henry's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Taylor tags in Beretta. Double vertical suplex for a 1 count. Beretta whips Henry across the ring. Beretta scores the elbow knockdown. Beretta applies a wrist lock. Henry with a spinning back kick. Henry tags in Drake. Beretta with a deep arm drag. Beretta applies an arm bar. Beretta tags in Taylor. Double Irish whip. Henry made the blind tag. Drake avoids the double elbow knockdown. Drake shoves Beretta into Taylor. Do-si-do routine. Stereo lariats. The workhorseman has no time for hugging. That leads us to a Pier 6 brawl on the outside. Drake with a knife-edge chop. Henry with a flying knee strike. Henry rolls Taylor back into the ring. Henry goes into the lateral press for a 2 count. Henry tags in Drake. Double Irish whip. Henry with a drop toe hold onto Drake's knees. Henry with a running double foot stomp. Drake hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Drake with a knife edge chop. Taylor with heavy body shots. Drake body slams Taylor. Drake with a falling headbutt. Taylor with a reverse hammer throw into the barricade. Drake answers with a gut punch. Drake gets distracted by Cassidy. Taylor ducks a clothesline from Drake. Taylor drops Drake with the flatliner. Beretta and Henry are tagged in. Beretta with 2 cross chops. Beretta whips Henry across the ring. Beretta sends Henry chest first into the canvas. Henry kicks Beretta in the face. Beretta hits the backdrop driver. Henry tags in Drake. Beretta is lighting up Drake's chest. Drake reverses out of the Irish whip from Beretta. Beretta nails Drake with the tornado DDT for a 2 count. Beretta with forearm shivers. Drake bails out to the floor. Drake avoids the slingshot pescado. Drake with a rebound sledge. Henry with a tornado chin breaker. Drake follows that with the running boot for a 2 count. Taylor punches Drake. Henry with the roundhouse kick. Drake with the boss man slam. Beretta launches Henry over the top rope. Beretta decks Henry with a back elbow smash. Beretta sidesteps Drake into the turnbuckles. Henry made another blind tag. Drake denies the tornado DDT. Henry super kicks Beretta. Henry connects with the flying double foot stomp for a 2 count. Henry is putting the boots to Beretta. Taylor prevents Beretta from hitting the turnbuckles. Beretta with a running lariat. Taylor with a rising knee strike. Soul food / half and half suplex combination. Best friends hug. Best friends connects with strong 0 to pick up the victory. Winner, 29-12, best friends via pinfall 7th match, 22-4, Ruby Soho and, 30-11, Anna Jay vs, 38-20, Diamante and, 0-14, Ashley D'Amboise. Anna Jay and Diamante will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. Wrist lock exchange. Diamante pulls Jay down to the mat. Diamante with a back heel trip. Diamante transitions into a ground and pound attack. Diamante applies a front face lock. Amboise tags herself in. Amboise applies a wrist lock. Side headlock takeover / head scissors escape. That leads us to a quick standoff in the center of the ring. Both ladies shake hands. Jay ducks a clothesline from Amboise. Standing switch exchange. Amboise goes for the O'Connor roll, Boulette and Jay holds onto the ropes. Soho tags herself in. Jay with a running blockbuster. Soho kicks Amboise in the face. Amboise hammers down on the back of Jay's neck. Amboise decks Soho with a jawbreaker. Soho goes for the sunset flip, but Amboise tagged out to Diamante. Diamante with a missile dropkick. Diamante is picking Soho apart. Diamante slams Soho's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Diamante with a forearm smash. Diamante whips Soho across the ring. Soho rolls Diamante over for a 2 count. Diamante dumps Soho face first on the top rope. Soho rolls under a clothesline from Diamante. Diamante stops Soho in her tracks. Soho blocks a boot from Diamante. Soho with a knee lift. Soho tags in Jay. Jay ducks a clothesline from Diamante. Jay with forearm shivers. Jay kicks the left hamstring of Diamante. Jay nails Diamante with the hook. Jay with a release Northern Lights suplex. Jay with a running European uppercut. Jay follows that with the rolling elbow. Jay sends Diamante to the corner. Jay tags in Soho. Jay with the spinning leg lariat. Soho drives Diamante face first into the middle turnbuckle pad for a 2 count. Soho sends Diamante to the corner. Diamante kicks Soho in the face. Diamante decks Jade with a back elbow smash. Diamante with 2 forearms. Diamante with a sharp knee lift. Amboise tags herself in. Jade attacks Diamante from behind. Soho denies the Uranage slam. Soho connects with the Age of the Unknown to pick up the victory. After the match, Diamante plants Amboise with the full Nelson slam. Winner, 23-4, Ruby Soho and, 31-11, Anna Jay via pinfall 8 match, 3-0, Paul Wight vs. 0-4, Austin Green collar and elbow tie up. Wight outpowers Green. Green avoids the overhand chop. Green scores a right jab. Green with a gut punch. Green uppercuts Wight. Wight reverses out of the Irish whip from Green. Wight drops Green with a shoulder tackle. Wight slams Green's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Wight unloads 2 overhand chops. Wight connects with the choke slam to pick up the victory. Winner, 4-0, Paul Wight via pinfall.